Hey guys, Stuart here. Welcome back to another Sheetify CRM tutorial. Today's focus is to dive into our Sheetify bookkeeping template, our all-in-one and ever-evolving Google Sheets bookkeeping template. Now, if you're completely new to our Sheetify bookkeeping toolkit, I will add the full tutorial down below in the description to help you learn about all the different tools and features that you have access to. Today, I'm going to show you a new reporting feature that we just added. This new feature gives you the ability to automatically generate a profit and loss statement. For example, inside Sheetify Bookkeeping, simply navigate down to the bottom and locate P&L statement. Then navigate up here and add your company name, your company's address, and add the individual's name that manages this account. Now what we can do is add a start date in here, as well as an end date. For this profit and loss statement example, I've added the 1st of the 1st, 2025 through to the 1st of the 1st this year, 2026. And this data is automatically generated based on the data that you've added under income and expenses. So if we navigate back over to P&L statement and break down the statement, all your income, cost of goods sold, and operating expenses will automatically be updated here based on the new entries and changes that you make inside the income and expense sheets. So you can see we have our income here, and then we have the categories down here. Now it's important to understand where this data is coming from. These items in here, for example with income we have 4 items. These are based on the categories. So again, if we jump back over to income, you can see the income categories over here. And these categories are based on the income categories that you set up within the bookkeeping settings, as well as the tax associated to each category. The same is said for expense categories. Make sure you add all your income and expense categories in here, and then ensure you're labeling the correct expense type. Now most of these expenses are operating, and you can see we have 2 cost of goods sold, 2 that we labeled down here. So again, make sure your labels are correct in settings, and then if we jump over to income, you can simply add the category to essentially reconcile that transaction. Again, if you're completely new to this Google Sheets bookkeeping template, I'll add a dedicated tutorial down below in the description, which will help you understand all the different tools and features you have access to inside this dynamic template. Okay, let's jump over to expenses. Again, you want to label your different expenses. Now let's jump back over to the far right hand side of our menu and locate P&L statement, and you can see those items that you added will automatically be generated in here. Now total income is the sum total of all your income between these 2 periods. Your cost of goods sold is again your expenses that have been labeled as cost of goods sold. Then we have gross profit. This is your revenue minus your cost of goods sold. Then we have operating expenses. These are the expenses that you've labeled as operating. Down here, we have your total operating expenses. Again, the total of your operating expenses, excluding cost of goods sold. Then we have your income fees and your income tax. Down here, we have your operating income. This is gross profit minus operating expenses. Then we have your net profit down here, which is your operating income minus your tax expense. Now your tax, expense, and fees are coming from income and these 2 columns over here. Okay, let's jump back over to our P&L statement. And what we can do is navigate up to Sheetify, navigate down to Reportify, and we can send P&L statement, and that's going to capture your P&L statement as a PDF and send that to your email. Let's click here, and you'll see a notification that your profit and loss statement has been sent. Now, if we navigate over to Setup and click here, navigate down here, and this is the email that all your reports will be sent to. That is everything we wanted to cover in this tutorial, showing you how you can use the profit and loss statement so that you can understand the performance of your business over a specific period of time. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below. And with that, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and that way I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.